2010. Altogether, we had, this is $5,000 from Bethel Township, and this is part of a total of $74,100 that we had pledged from 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 different municipalities in the county. So we're really thankful to have the support of the municipalities in the county, and that they stepped up, and it's a big boost to the program. This is money that we're able to lump together with what we get at the county, and then get a match from the state. So we appreciate Bethel Township's support, as well as all the other townships that have provided funding to the program this year. 5 farms that we're presenting today as part of the right to be heard, the neighbor hearing for adjoining landowners to these farms. We're in the process of wrapping these up and should have them preserved in the next few months. All of these are involving federal funds, and that's why we're trying to meet a deadline with several of these farms. First farm is in South Londonderry Township. It's the Jim and Cheryl Dice farm. That's an 89-acre farm in South Londonderry Township. The purchase price per acre is $2,500. It has 87% soils in prime and statewide important categories. The landowners are making a $55,000 charitable contribution through the easement purchase, and through the FRPP program, the federal program, we should be receiving about $148,000. And all of these 5 farms, we haven't heard any plans of neighbors to object through all the notices that we sent out. So I don't anticipate anybody attending. Next farm is in North Londonderry Township. This is actually 2 farms under 1 easement owned by the Kreiser family, Richard, Bonita, Stephen, and April Kreiser. And these are actually not the first acreage, but the first farms to be preserved in North Londonderry Township. So it's a new area of preservation in North Londonderry Township. The total easement, appraised easement value is $652,000, and the owners would be making a charitable contribution of $225,000 and accepting the easement purchase price of $2,500 per acre. And the total acreage of the farm is 170 acres. Next farm is in South Londonderry Township. This is the Ungemach farm. It's 120 acres. And this is a dairy and poultry farm in South Londonderry Township. The appraised value of that easement is $308,000, and the charitable contribution that George would be making in accepting the easement purchase price of $2,500 per acre is $51,000. Again, that's located in South Londonderry Township, and it's adjacent to a Kreiser farm that we have down there, Ken Kreiser's farm, which is preserved. Next farm is Raymond Hoover. That's in South Annville Township, 105 acres. Appraised value of that easement is $220,000. He accepted the purchase price of $2,085. So that's not a bargain sale. There's no charitable contribution involved with that one. Notable is that 92% of the soils qualify as prime and statewide important soils, and this is in adjacent to a large block of preserved farmland that we have established in South Annville Township. And the last farm on the list I'd like to cover is the Curtis and Dorothy Martin farm in South Annville Township. It's not too far from Hoover's farm. It's also part of that large block of preserved farmland in South Annville Township. Their farm is 96.45 acres, and the appraised easement value is $383,000. 100% of their soils qualify as prime and statewide important, so some really good farmland. And the charitable contribution they would make in accepting the easement purchase price of $2,500 per acre is about $142,000. So in total, we're looking at about 565 acres And total federal reimbursement through preserving these 5 farms would be $750,905. As far as program totals, including these 5 farms, we're looking at 135 conservation easements on 155 farms, representing 15,787 acres. So again,